Thank you. I am so excited and grateful to be back here in the Gold Coast with all of you. It's amazing to think about how many young lives we have been able to change through all of your support of the Arbonne Charitable Foundation. Together, we are helping teens face challenges by giving them the tools they need to believe in themselves. They will lead a life being confident in who they are, and that is an incredible gift. We strive to provide teenage boys and girls the opportunities and access to programs that will give them the self-confidence they need, to believe that they can achieve their dreams, to be proud of who they are, and to be empowered knowing what they are capable of. And because of all of you, we are doing just that right here in communities across Australia. The Arbonne Charitable Foundation partners with organizations to fund teen-based programs that deal with a wide range of issues that teens face: homelessness, human trafficking, foster care, healthy relationships, eating disorders, mental health, bullying, mentorship, educational opportunities, the list goes on, and most importantly, self-esteem. And ultimately, all of the programs that the foundation funds empower teens to live confidently, dream big, and believe that change starts with me. And I'm proud to share that in just 5 short years since the foundation has launched, we have impacted the lives of more than 200,000 teens across the globe. We've actually funded more than 600 grants in Australia, Canada, the UK, and the United States. And to date, over $4.7 million has been raised by Arbonne independent consultants, employees, and suppliers. And that is all thanks to you all. Here in Australia, in the few short years that the foundation has been launched, we have funded 37 grants totaling over $300,000 and impacting 9,000 teens and counting. And this wouldn't be possible without your support. And there's one person in particular that's in the audience that I want to take a moment to recognize. We did the big award presentation at GTC, but I want to share with you all as well. She's an incredible advocate for the foundation. She's always looking for ways to support us and extend our reach, including holding multiple fundraisers throughout the year, even here at AAC. And with her vision and volunteerism, that's how we created the partnership with Nara Court Mental Health Forum, which has impacted thousands of teens. So please help me give a big clap for ACF's 2017 Champion for Change National Vice President, Ali Villani.
'Cause I'm gonna stand by you, even if I bring it down. We can find a way to break through, even if I can't find heaven. I'll walk through hell with you. Love, you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna stand by you, even if you can't find heaven. I'm gonna stand by you, even if I can't find heaven. I'll walk through hell with you. Love, you're not alone.
Thank you. And you all really are an integral part to every step of the process of the foundation's impact. You are the heart and soul of the foundation. And support for the foundation comes in many forms. Fundraising is a key piece. The more you help us raise, the more teens we can reach. And as you can probably tell from this very busy slide of photos from consultant fundraising events, you all here are absolutely amazing, incredible Australian independent consultants, fundraise more than all of the other countries combined. So when you donate to the foundation or fundraise on its behalf, we're able to pull our resources and create a bigger impact through our grant program. And the grant program is really a powerful tool that allows us to partner with remarkable organizations to truly change the lives of teens and help them believe in themselves. Getting involved with the foundation is an amazing way to bring your love for Arbonne and your passion for your community together. Fundraising, sponsoring grants, and volunteering lets people, teens especially, know that there are people out there who believe in them and want the best for them. So today I'm gonna share one of our granted partners in particular, Big Brothers Big Sisters. Over the past 2 years, the foundation has funded multiple grants to Big Brothers Big Sisters Melbourne, totaling over $14,000. And that funding has gone to help support camp to house their youth achievers mentoring program, which more than 80 teens have gone through. This camp allows young people to have new experiences, further develop their social skills, leadership opportunities, team building, and so much more. And the grant was actually made possible by the sponsorship and the support of another amazing champion for change, and ENVP Kari Burke. She actually even volunteered to run one of the program's workshops on self-esteem and positive relationships. So I think the best way to tell you about the program is to introduce you to some folks from Big Brothers Big Sisters who can share firsthand their experience with the mentoring program and demonstrate just how powerful such experiences can be. Right now, I want to introduce you to Big Brothers Big Sisters Marketing and Communications Coordinator, Simone Lampert, and she's going to share a little bit more about that organization.
Hi everybody, how are you? Wow, this is quite daunting of how many people are in the room. Okay, so I'm just going to get straight into it, just to give you a bit of a background of Big Brothers Big Sisters. But before I start, I'd firstly like to say thank you to Arbonne and the Arbonne Charitable Foundation for their support and inviting us to this great event. It's truly amazing to see how many people are in the room today and that you all believe in the power of mentoring. So please give yourself a round of applause. So who is Big Brothers Big Sisters, and how does this align to your organisation? Well, we have been mentoring vulnerable young people around the globe for over 110 years, and in Australia for nearly 40 years. We are the largest volunteer-supported mentoring network. In Australia, we provide long-term one-to-one mentoring programs throughout the community, in school, and recently online. Our mentoring programs meet the varied needs of vulnerable young people aged between 7 to 17 years of age. One example that I'd just like to share with you is a woman, or was a child when she first came on board. Her name was Taryn. She came from a family where her parents, both mum and dad, had some severe mental health issues and had obviously substance abuse going on as well. So she was pulled from pillar to post and moved around to many fostering homes. And through that whole time, the one thing she can say is that one constant that was in her life was her big sister. Through our mentoring programs, we help transform the lives for the better, building life skills such as self-esteem, confidence and resilience, so that they are able to make positive life choices and reach their full potential too. Dr. Michael Carr-Gregg, one of Australia's highest profile adolescent and child psychologists and also a Big Brothers Big Sisters ambassador in Australia for us, states that to help one young person, they need at least one charismatic adult who makes them feel safe, valued and listened to. And it doesn't stop there. Research shows that mentoring one person has a ripple effect of about 10. Which I know from you guys in the room, you will know that from mentoring your own people. Which is why you're all here today. As part of you joining Arbonne, you have an amazing mentoring support and within your organisation to help transform and shine bright. And to give you some real insights into the power of mentoring and the impact on a young person's life, I welcome Jake, little, and he's not so little anymore, and Gordon, big, to the stage.
Are these on? Yep. I was expecting music.
Not sure what's going on with the picture up there. It's not coming up. Wow, let me just short.
Yep.
I feel really far away from you guys. I might just move that in a little bit. So I welcome Jake and Gordon. So I just want to go back a little bit about before you joined Big Brothers Big Sisters. Jake, can you tell us a bit about yourself and your family life?
I'm Jake. I'm 17. I'm in year 12. I live in Brisbane. I live with my mother and her partner and my dog. So yeah, that's basically it about me.
And do you have any siblings?
I have a brother, but he lives with his dad. He's a half brother.
Right.
But yeah, we're still good mates. We call each other full brothers. Yeah.
And what were some of the challenges you were facing during that time before joining Big Brothers Big Sisters?
I grew up without a dad. He left when when my mum was about 4 months pregnant. So she went home and raised me with the help of my grandparents. So it was basically my grandfather and Gordon were my only male role models.
And how did you hear about Big Brothers Big Sisters? Who got you in contact?
My auntie, she was working for New South Wales Big Brothers Big Sisters, and she thought it'd be good for me.
Yep.
And it turned out pretty good.
At Gordon. What made you become... Oh, the photos just come up. What made you become a big brother?
So I'd finished a uni degree, and I'd sort of reached a time in my life where I wasn't busy anymore, and I was sort of pretty happy with myself and sort of pretty stable, and I was sort of looking for different ways to give back to the community. Like everybody's seen The Simpsons, and they did like a Big Brother Big Sisters episode of The
Yes,
Simpsons,
they
and
have.
I'd gotten triggered by that, but then
In a good way, yeah.
in a good way.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great episode. My mum, I was talking to mum, and she sort of, I'm quite close to my mum, and she sort of looks out for me, and she said it would be a good idea. She'd suggested specifically Big Brothers Big Sisters, and she said, why don't you go and check it out and see what it takes to go and be part of that program. So it was really easy. You just go and apply online.
Yep. And so how old were you at the time?
So I'm 34 now, so I was 29.
And so how long have you been friends
So
since?
Jake and I have been hanging out for five years now.
How great's that? Yeah. So with a lot of these mentoring programs that we do, it's not just the 12 months, it actually continues beyond that. So we've heard some really compelling stories through others that we've had that have lasted 25 years plus. So they aren't just a short-term program, it is a real life change for people. So what were your first impressions of Jake when you first started catching up?
I was really expecting sort of a grubby little child.
I was.
No, you weren't. Your mum would never let you be truly grubby, Jake. No, he was just a really lovely young guy. He was a bit quiet. He was just a quiet, very, very, very polite, very mature. I've always been impressed with Jake's maturity.
Yeah. So for both of you, what did you both like to do and during your catch-ups and talk about? Yeah.
Started off just movies mostly, like movies and lunch. We still do that quite a bit as well. It's like we do like anniversary kind of trips. So he takes me out and shows me a good time. Like a family-friendly, fun time at the theme park. And yeah, we just hang out a lot. Good mates, yeah.
And so that's how you built your trust.
Yeah.
That's great. And what's been the biggest highlights and learnings for you both during the time of
So, Jake's always, like, one thing I've taken away from my relationship with Jake is don't be afraid of trying new things. And it's, you know, I'm quite a risk-averse person and I don't like doing scary things. And there's been times where I've really been forced to come out of my shell. So, I get just as much, if not more, out of this than Jake does. I mean, he's got his he's got his life together.
Talk about this.
I wasn't supposed to swear. I'll just give me that one. Yeah, just try new things. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, I was going to say. Yeah, I just agree with that, basically. I think we both changed each other for the better. Yeah. I'm still not going to be as tall as you. He keeps telling me I will. But, so that's like the only problem I have with this. Other than that,
He's trying with his hair. You're getting that further up. Yeah. So we spoke a little bit about the changes that you saw in each other, because that's a big part, like what you were just saying. It's not just about the little and the big, it's both of you make some changes over that time. What changes did you see in each other over that period?
I think I've got one. I saw Gordon get more confident. Like, I know that's what's supposed to happen to me.
Yeah.
But I've got more confidence as well. But I've been to family dinners with Gordon, with his family, and he's just like they're all very welcoming of me, and I think I've been talking me up to them over the years, and they've just...
It's all true.
Yeah.
It was all true.
And they've accepted me. And I think that's a complimentary. That's a good trait you've developed.
So the biggest change that I've seen in Jake is just his confidence he's just really blossomed into a really lovely young man. So when I first started seeing him, he sort of didn't seem very social and he was just very quiet. But then now he's just, you know, it sort of evolved. You could see him evolving over time, and he'd start talking about hanging out with his friends and going to sleepovers. And now I think, how many formals have you been to this year? It's been like 5. He's been to half a dozen formals this year. So he's sort of constantly talking
Look
about.
at me.
Yeah.
I went there too.
You're working the circuit. Yeah.
And so, you know, he's always going to parties and seeing his friends, and it's just really nice to see somebody's socialization skills just really transform.
Yep. So if you could sum up your relationship, what would it be?
You go.
This has been a really special experience for me, and it's something that I don't want this relationship to change at all. We've really grown together in the last couple of years, and it's just been a real treat to watch Jake grow from basically before he was a teenager to a very mature and confident young man. And that's just, I'm just really touched. It's very special.
You happy with that? And what about you? How do you sum up your relationship with Gordon?
It's been very similar for me. Gordon's been my mate basically the whole of my high schooling and even beforehand. He's tutored me somewhat through social hardships, talking about girls, things like that, making mates.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. He's been a good mate. Yeah.
Well, I hate to break up the
Yes.
fun, but we're almost out of time. So I just wanted to come up and share a little bit about how you can get involved here at AAC and help support relationships like this continue to grow and really flourish. So, oh, you have the clicker. Can I?
Yes, you can have it.
We'll pass the baton. So there are quite a few ways that you can support the foundation here. We have merchandise in the boutique. You've probably seen it. There's some photos up there. We also have a silent auction that runs until 2 p.m. tomorrow. You need to download the HandBid app to get access to that. You can bid anytime, anywhere. And all of the items are on display at the foundation booth. We also have I Want It All raffle tickets for purchase. That goes until 2 p.m. tomorrow as well. And then the treasure chest keys for the diamond jewelry. And last but not least, we also have a walk tomorrow morning. If you haven't already registered, please do so at the help desk and join us. So thank you guys all so much for coming and
Thanks,
sharing
everybody.
your amazing
Thank you.
story.